Hello, Just2Film here. Sorry I haven't done much reviews on this channel. I've been moving, which is also why this room looks so barren. I saw the newest Darren Aronofsky film, Caught Stealing, which Darren Aronofsky is one of my favorite filmmakers. Very formative on my early journey as a cinephile. I hate saying that. But back in like 2019, I saw Requiem for a Dream and it blew my mind and I had to binge the rest of his movies. But I guess technically I saw Mother when that came out, actually in theaters. And this is the least Darren Aronofsky movie to ever Darren Aronofsky. This is not depressing, for the most part, not disturbing, for the most part, but yet, in so many ways, it does feel like a Darren Aronofsky film. This has a much lighter and more fun tone. Now, this takes place in the late 90s, and it feels like a 90s crime movie that's on the more comedic side. So I guess you could think of like some Tarantino, like Pulp Fiction styling kind of, but it has some vibes of that, but it doesn't feel like anyway, oh, this is another Pulp Fiction movie or anything like that. Like, it's a fun crime movie. Now, this is about a character played by Austin Butler who gets himself in some really fucked up shit when he's just trying to be a good person. He has his demons, but I really like the demeanor of this Austin Butler character, where he has a good heart, but he's still pretty tough, and again, he has some things in his past that he's trying to move forward from. So his performance I thought was really good, and he's a good actor, but I never really connected with too many of his characters until this movie. I think he was good in The Bike Riders, which I thought was pretty underrated. So yeah, Austin Butler is good. Also, I love Matt Smith in this movie. He has a smaller role, but he plays like this British punk that I thought was my favorite Matt Smith performance. I didn't even recognize it as him. I don't know, I think back to what, Morbius, or even One Night in Soho or whatever, or Last Night in Soho, whatever that crap was called. Very disappointing Edgar Wright movie. And I thought he was super fun and fantastic in here. Like, whenever he popped up on screen, it was just like, okay, this character is hilarious. Now, there's other smaller roles I liked, like Regina King has a great little role. Even like Liev Schreiber pops up. Which I couldn't recognize a lot of these people. Zoe Kravitz, who's always nice to see. She's a great actress. So I liked the performances of this movie as a whole, except Bad Bunny has a role in here that I thought was pretty bad. It's good that this movie didn't take itself too seriously, though there are some serious and even disturbing points. Like, don't think this isn't a Darren Aronofsky film. There are some fucked up moments. But again, it's not depressing. And this is shot by Matthew Libatique, who's a regular with Darren Aronofsky films. I mean, I love how films like Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan are shot, and he shot those as well. And this is one of my favorite movies this year visually, where there's lots of fun camera tricks and shots that are purposeful, but also very creative. I mean, there's one sequence when a character is inebriated, and I loved how they captured that wooziness. I loved how they moved the camera there, or moved the lens. That was an excellent sequence, but there's also just, it's not a stale looking movie. It's crazy because the film is scored by like the composer of Deadpool, Wolverine, and some other slops, and I love the score of this, so hey, guy pulled through. So yeah, I had a great time with this movie. I will say it's not a perfect movie. The thing is, well, I had a lot of fun with this, whether it was how it was shot or interesting character dynamics and things like that. I think the humor never really landed with me. It wasn't full of groaners, but I never really laughed at the movie, which there were times where it would stop to make a joke. And I would kind of have wanted to laugh. You know, humor is subjective, but this review is subjective. So I wish the humor worked more with me. I also feel like the third act kind of drags a bit, but also it feels like the ending is predictable in some ways, that I'm like, oh, they're going to do this thematic character tie-in here. And if they do that, that's going to be kind of lame, because that just is antithetical to what this character is about. And then they kind of did that. I was like, I wish we didn't go that direction, because again, it's something I could have seen a mile away. And that's not the only problem. I just kind of wish that they didn't do it, because I was like, this really goes against what we're building with the character and almost feels cruel in a way. Not that you can't have cool stuff in here. Like I said, there's some disturbing stuff here. There's even some like gore in here that I was like, oh shit, that was kind of awesome. So yeah, so that didn't work too much for me. And also, there's an adorable cat throughout this film. But yeah, I don't know. I would give this a high 7. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. I had so much fun with this, which is crazy to say from a Darren Aronofsky film because, again, his stuff is so depressing. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you've seen Caught Stealing, if you liked it just as much as I did. Subscribe here for more early and honest movie reviews. I'll be at TIFF very soon, so that'll be a lot of fun. Peace out. Bye.